this week's best MMA bets. We're talking UFC Vegas 100. I'm going to give you guys my lock of the week, most confident picks. We'll talk Degen Props of the night and then finish it out with the parlays. Last week was impeccable. It was tremendous for all of the parlays that hit, big plus money. And also, chalky locky, Yusuf Zalal came through with ease, but also Degen method of victory prop call of the submission hit as well. So if you were blindly tailing last week, you're absolutely cashing heat. Now, you guys know, if you watch the show long enough, I tell all of you, do your own research, study a little bit, see where we match up on things. But damn, as of recent, the blind tailer's been absolutely cashing. This week, I'm really excited. I got a special lock for you guys this week. A lot of chalky lines. So I wanted to work at least some slight magic. So without further ado, the lock of the week.
Bernardo Lion King Sopaj.
And that's not all.
Denise D. Gomes.
Bernardo Sopaj and Denise Gomes for the parlay lock. They're two confident favorite picks, and I said to myself, let me put them together to get something at minus 181. I did not want to say the lock is going to be minus 350 or wider. I definitely didn't want to lock a minus 700, which we'll talk about soon when we get to the most confident pick section. So I decided to do something that's at least a little bit more playable with this parlay lock. Now, yeah, I would have preferred if it was plus money, but I'm looking for a sure hitter. And I think I got a home run with this Lock City Sopaj and Gomes parlay. As far as the actual fights, I rate Sopaj as one of the most promising prospects right now in the UFC bantamweight division. He seems exceptional everywhere and had great moments against Vinicius Oliveira. Ultimately, he ended up losing the fight by a violent flying knee. He was winning a lot of that fight and had successful moments in the wrestling exchanges too. And Oliveira has turned into one of the top guys on the come up in that weight class. And he just beat Ricky Simón, who's a former top 15 guy. So I rate Sopaj as a prospect extremely high. And I think that against Ricky Turcios, he has a massive athleticism edge, a massive power edge. I think he's the better striker of the two. And he definitely has an advantage in wrestling. The one area of the game where I would say Turcios might have a potential edge would be in pure jiu-jitsu. But with the physicality of Sopaj and the wrestling ability from top position to control and dominate, I think he's going to be able to stifle what Ricky Turcios is most likely going to be looking to throw up from bottom position. Now, as far as Denise Gomes, it's simply just an opposite career trajectory fight for her as she takes on Karolina Kowalkiewicz, who's 39, and seemingly on her way out. Now, granted, last time she went distance with Lucindo, who's a tremendous contender on the come-up. Gomes is also a pretty damn good contender on the come-up, and I think she's the significantly better striker, and I don't think Kowalkiewicz has the wrestling to handle Denise Gomes either. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to see Sopaj and Gomes hit, and I believe that they're both going to come through to make a little magical parlay for you guys this week. It's not great. It's not, plus 400. It's not plus 200. It's minus 181. But that's why the parlay section at the end is where I'm going to concoct some plus money. So if you're only here for the plus money, obviously we're bringing the heat with the parlay section where I have several absolute banging parlays for you guys. But this week's lock, Sopaj, Gomes, give me a parlay. Give me a safety play. Give me the Lock City parlay. We're doing it again. We did it for the UFC 308 pay-per-view card with Khamzat and the damn over in the Ige fight. And I think we're hitting another one of these confident parlays. So let's make it happen. Lock of the week, Bernardo Sopaj, Denise Gomes, parlayed up. Let's jump to the most confident pick section. And let's talk about some of my high confident picks on this card. I'll bring them up and we'll see 4 on the screen now, but I am going to drop a special honorable mention to make it 5. Carlos Prates, minus 750. Yeah, he's going to win the fight. Neil Magny's going to be trying to wrestle, and he's going to be very surprised at the resilience he's facing on the opposite side with Prates, who's a fighting nerds guy. Kyle Baraijo's an exceptional grappler and a training partner of Prates, and I am certain they have his wrestling shirt up. Yeah, ugly, minus 750 line. You can't straight money line that. Knockout minus 300. You're laying a lot of chalk for a knockout prop, but I am confident that it hits, and you'll see that prop in some parlays. Under 3.5, minus 385. I'm predicting Carlos Prates gets a win, and I think it's a violent win. I think it's a highlight reel knockout. I think it's a win that shoots his stock to the goddamn moon. Now, if you're thinking about maybe looking for a plus money prop for Prates, something that is whispering in my ear has been second round knockout, which is plus 400. Just something to mention. If you're a plus money chaser only, you're obviously not going to be laying chalk here on all these chalky lines, but maybe you're going for the second round knockout as a Degen prop that is 4-1 money. Let's keep it running. Next up, we have another lady who I'm confident in, Jillian Robertson. She's around minus 375, and I really see her as a quality favorite here against Luana Pinheiro. I think she's en route to getting this win. She's currently, yes, a chalky favorite, but has massive advantages in the grappling department. Jillian Robertson is honestly kind of live to win this thing via submission. Robertson by sub, currently sitting at plus 140. And then thinking about the matchup, Pinheiro seems to be dipping this way, and I think she's kind of been exposed as overrated also. Whereas Jillian Robertson is a gritty, hard-nosed girl who has absolutely worked her ass off to become quality in the UFC. Pinheiro doesn't even fight that often. I think we should have been ready to write Pinheiro off looking back in hindsight after that upkick DQ win in the debut. She could have kept going. She quit. Yeah, she got a DQ win, but not an impressive one. And then she beats Michelle Waterson Gomes on a split decision. I don't like the chances of Luana Pinheiro dealing with Jillian Robertson here. So for me, I think Robertson is absolutely a lock. I think she's a most confident pick and a quality call. Unfortunately, you have to lay hella chalk for Jillian Robertson. Pinheiro has okay kickboxing and a judo base, but to be fair, her game more so built on the striking, and I think Robertson is going to be pretty accurate on her takedowns and pretty damn consistent, especially we got the smaller cage with Robertson's takedown ability. I think it's going to be a massive differential in the skills, and Robertson should win. I think submission is live, but it wouldn't be mind-boggling if it ended up going distance. Next up on the confident picks list, Mansour Abdul-Malik inside of the distance. Listen, if Mansour Abdul-Malik does not beat Duško Todorović, he's exposed in his debut. I got to ride with Mansour Abdul-Malik, who has a massive wrestling advantage. He's the better grappler. He's got good ground and pound. He's got a physicality edge. He's an athletic striker. He's long. He has a freakish physical frame. I mean, the dude is wide and jacked at 185. Looks like he could be a damn light heavyweight. I think that Todorović is kind of an overrated brawler. At this point, I feel like he's properly rated, but at one point, there was a lot of promise with Todorović, and he was a guy that was getting a lot of respect, even from myself. Yeah, his ground skills are subpar. He's got good brawling boxing, but he really only thrives in close range against dudes who are just going to sit there and swing bombs. I think Malik's better than that. I think Malik's wins. Inside distance, Abdul-Malik is going to be the call. It's minus 250. I think he's getting it done inside of the distance. I'm feeling Abdul-Malik to win. Now, submission is all the way up at plus 800. It's absolutely degenerate AF to chase that. But 8-1, big grappling advantage. Though he's known for ground and pound, a submission isn't out of this world for this fight right here. So plus 800, Abdul-Malik submission line. Something worth looking at. Next up, Damon Blackshear. You know, I really was considering locking Damon Blackshear, just all authenticity with me. I'll tell you honest, the reason I'm not isn't because I lack lock level confidence in him, because I'm a fan. I like Damon Blackshear, but it's also because of such. Being a fan of him, I don't want to be blindsided to put him as a lock, and also on top of that, recently as a lock, he sold for me really bad. The Montel Jackson fight, you guys know, I tell it straight. I called him in that fight. I was confident. I had him over Batista too. He ends up losing both. Now, the Batista fight, we can argue. Against Montel, he got absolutely starched, man. So I have to kind of pull back my confidence. I don't know. We could get a gun-shy Blackshear. If I have Blackshear performing at top ability, which I do believe he's truly capable of fighting at a high level and actually thriving inside of bantamweight, at least towards the top 20, I think he's pretty clean to beat a guy like Cody Stamann, who's kind of a washed boxer wrestler at this point. He's got really short arms too. Massive length advantage for Blackshear. I'm seeing writing on the wall equaling a Blackshear dominant win, but method of victory is what I'm curious about here. And honestly, submission at plus 400, as crafty as Blackshear is with his sub skills, I could see him locking something in against a Cody Stamann. Now, Blackshear by decision is not out of the realm of possibility. It's minus 135 though. So I would not, go running for Blackshear winning by decision at minus 135. I'd rather Degen prop that sub line, and I'd rather go Blackshear minus 275 in a parlay if you're looking to straight play it. I do think he's a good parlay piece. He is a confident pick, and he's a confident parlay piece, which you'll see at the end. I definitely believe Damon Blackshear is live to beat this 35-year-old version of Cody Stamann. But give respect to Stamann. He's gritty and tough, but with the length advantage, Blackshear could strike from distance well, and I do believe he could potentially lock up a submission here against Cody. So, interesting fight. Blackshear, confident call. The next one is going to be an honorable mention, Elizeu Zaleski. You have to be confident that he beat Zach Scroggin coming in on days' notice. I dug into Scroggin a bit. I saw a good pressure wrestling style, but Zaleski's got pretty quality takedown defense. He's got good jiu-jitsu as well, and on top of that, he's a powerful striker, and he gave Rinat Fakhretdinov all he could handle in that fight, and it ended up being a draw as he beat the piss out of Fakhretdinov in round 3. How can I not pick him with relative confidence against Zach Scroggin, who literally hasn't fought anybody good, especially on short notice? The odds suck, though. Minus 525. Zaleski, I don't even see a line for inside distance yet, but I will presume the inside distance line will sit somewhere around minus 150 if we're lucky, maybe minus 200. So wait for Friday's show as we break down the card in full post weigh-in to see what that inside distance prop is looking like. I'm sad though, because Dalby and Zaleski rematch is a dope fight, which I was really excited for. And I loved the over 2.5 in that fight. The over 2.5 in that fight, to give it away, was probably going to be mixed in with the lock. But unfortunately, we lose it. And now I had to scramble and create something different. So, is what it is. That's the fight game. Yeah, Zaleski should get the win. I do want to jump to the Degen Props section. Unfortunately, I'm not loving too many dogs here. And my favorite dog on the card, fight got canceled. Cody No Love. I really thought he had a great chance to beat Miles Johns, and they canceled that fight, which absolutely sucks because I was really looking forward to putting that plus money tag in a damn parlay, but it is what it is. We'll move forth with the Degen Prop section. If you guys are enjoying, smash that like button. We got Radtke by sub, plus 600. Radtke's actually a quality play for close money, but I just couldn't match the confidence that I have in some of these chalkier favorites enough so to put him in the most confident pick section. But at plus 600, submission, listen, I know things about Radtke that a lot of people don't. He's got a good gilly. He's very solid on the ground, and at plus 600, that sub is live. Cortavius Romious to get the win inside of the distance over Gaston Bolaños. Seems like a good call. I'm not a guy that really rates Bolaños highly. It's plus 115 range for that inside distance call for Romious, and I think that he's very live to get it done with a finish. He could potentially lock up a sub, but don't doubt Romious' slickness on the feet. The dude has hands, the dude has power, and he's a sensational prospect on the come up to keep an eye on, and Gaston Bolaños is a really overrated striker. To be 100%, he's overrated AF in striking. And this one I actually already mentioned, but I just wanted to reiterate it. Sometimes I like to bring a prop from the other section down to the Degen section just to tell you a second time. Blackshear by sub, plus 400. I don't know. It's just got a strong ring in my ear. He's got that twister submission to Jose Johnson, which was absolutely badass. He's a finisher, and he's taken on Cody Stamann, who I think is past his best days. Plus 400 for the sub line seems extremely live. But as I said in most confident pick section, definitely the money line, quality on the parlay pieces. Listen, this card is very interesting, and I highly recommend you all do research, okay? If you're going to bet down substantial cash, dig into it a little bit, because the lines are ugly on a lot of these fights that I'm confident in, but I have to ride with my gut, and I have to ride with my head, and confidence tells me sometimes we got to play some chalk in a damn parlay. We got to chalky-locky it and make some magic happen. That's why the fame section, the fan favorite section, the parlays, is coming up now. These are the parlays, but before I flex them, hold on. I'm going to flex last week. Last week was essentially impeccable. A couple of the lines shifted a bit with Deniz getting removed, but still hitting Degen Savage parlay, the regular Degen parlay, 10-1. A lot of the damn calls last week turned out to be absolute fire. And like I said at the beginning of this damn video, if you're one of those blind tailors, you're cashing crazy, even though it's not what I recommend. I recommend lining up, seeing where we agree on things. But hey, people cashing big because these parlays been absolute fuego. And I am anticipating Savage parlays this week as well. So this week's parlays, I had to concoct some magic. Like I said, a lot of chalk, but it's all good because I'm creating some financial magic here, some big opportunities, all right? Sopaj and Gomes, you already know, minus 181. I don't love the line, but I love the likelihood of success in both of those fighters winning, and that is why it's Lock City. But if you need plus money, like I said earlier, plus money chasers will be happy with this section. Blackshear, Sopaj, and Gomes at plus 112. You guys know I love Blackshear. Then Prates, Robertson, and Abdul-Malik as a little safe alternate play. Seems pretty live. I think that is a good call, and I see it coming to fruition. All confident picks. Blackshear, Gomes, and Abdul-Malik. Let's say you don't want Sopaj, but you like Abdul-Malik as an up-and-coming guy. Plus 112 for that solid play. Now, a little more, plus money, confidence still. You got Prates, Gomes, Robertson, and Blackshear lining up, which I think is a good plus 140 tag. Granted, I wish it was plus 200 having 4 fights, but is what it is. Next up, we are getting a little 2-1 love here with Prates, Sopaj, Blackshear, Gomes, and Abdul-Malik. Damn, we got to put 5 fights in to get plus 200. This week, chalk lines, man. But it's all good. It's all good. Another one, which is actually just a 2-1 alternate. If you don't like Abdul-Malik because you don't want to play like a debuting guy or you question him in some area, Julian Robertson should out-grapple Luana Pinheiro. I got a good feeling about it. So that right there is plus 209. We got the double plus 209s back-to-back. Now, if we clean sweep all of the confident calls as well as the parlays, it's plus 372. That's kind of ass for a clean sweep, to be honest with you, because normally you get way more plus money on the sweep. Last week, upwards of plus 646 if Deniz would have fought. Obviously, the line dropped a bit, but still better than plus 372 is what it is, though, because I do think high confidence calls are going to come to fruition this week, especially at the Apex. I'm feeling some of these faves, and I like the line. Plus 372, not awful. Not beautiful, but not awful. Now, I wanted to create something that's a 3-fighter play that can give you at least near, plus 250. It's plus 237. Little alternate action, Blackshear, Radtke, and Romious, who I like all of them. I think they all do come to fruition, too, for plus 237 quality calls. Now, if you're looking for money, you're going to have to put some close money calls in the lineup. So Romious, Radtke, right? 2 closer money calls with confident picks, Sopaj, Gomes, and Blackshear lining things up at plus 423. I do believe in that money call, and I'm looking forward to seeing it hit this Saturday. Now, if you want to throw a prop in the lineup, you got Prates, KO, Gomes, Sopaj, Robertson, Abdul-Malik inside distance, and Blackshear. 2 high confident methods of victory with very confident picks as well. Plus 437 for that prop play. Now, if you want a kind of Degen play, I really can't consider plus 511 Degen, but kind of Degen. Radtke, Gomes, Prates, KO, Sopaj, Robertson, Blackshear, line it up at plus 511. But you got to get Chuck Buffalo Radtke in your lineup at close money. I do think he's going to beat Matt Semelsberger, but he's definitely in for a damn fight. Now, if you want to go for a savage Degen play, now we're getting into degeneracy. I got to get that damn plus 1,000 or more tag ran up. Prates, KO, Sopaj, Robertson, Gomes, Abdul-Malik inside distance, Blackshear, Romious, Zaleski, and Radtke. My God, that's a lot of fights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 good picks, though. And I think 9 picks that are very live to hit for plus 1474. Damn, to get plus 1474, we had to put some damn props in. Holy. And then for a Degen prop with the parlays right here at plus 9,500, we got Radtke by sub, Blackshear by sub, and Romious inside the distance. More than 9-1 for that. Crazy is I actually can really see it coming to fruition because I like all of those methods of victory. I wanted to do one more, because those damn screenshotters who screenshot and book out aren't going to get access to this special one. But you guys sticking it with me, listen to everything I'm saying about the damn parlays, I appreciate you. And that's why I got the special one. So screenshotters, I caught you. If you're still watching, you screenshotted, you're a good one. You're a good one. At plus 31,318. This is all prop plays, which is insane. Radtke sub, Blackshear sub, Romious inside distance, Prates by knockout, and Jillian Robertson by sub. Yeah, it's plus 31,318. Big plus money chase on that one. Close your eyes, hope for the best, flip coins left and right. You're playing roulette. That's a lottery ticket play, but I do think it is live to come through, as I do with all of the parlays on the lineup. And I really do have to say the confident plays, the lock cities, or the safer calls are seeming pretty damn solid this week. I just wish we got more plus money. I hate how chalky this damn card is, but it is what it is because we're still looking for big dubs, and I think I'm going to bring the fire for Vegas 100. It's a special card. It's the 100th Vegas event. 100th event at the damn Apex. Isn't that insane? There's been 100 Apex events. Wow. At one point, they were only at the damn Apex. So, good to have a little variety with the fight nights in person, but they're keeping the Apex alive for 2025. Don't think it's getting shut down. Guys, those are my parlays this week. I'll say it for like the 5th and final time. Do some research, dig into it. Don't blindly tail unless you're just throwing a couple bucks down. But if you're betting substantial cash, your most likely method of victory, do it. Your own research, see where we line up together. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's best MMA bets. I feel like this show was pretty fun this week. Straight to the point. I'm sad about the damn Garbrandt fight getting crushed because I lost, I felt like a money underdog call. Some other close money fights, but, less confident on them. We'll talk about everything in this card final breakdown Friday with the weigh-in recap show. So make sure you guys keep it locked in on the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Smash the damn like button. Turn the post notifications on and share the video if you really enjoy the content. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Do you like Lock City this week? Are you fading Lock City? Where's your head at? What's your lock? What's your favorite bets? I want to hear from the people. Throw me some degeneracy in the damn comments. If you got nothing to say, but just enjoy the content, as always, drop a W in the chat to boost the algorithm for your boy. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.